Sahih Bukhari, Volume 2, Book 17, number 122. Narrated Abdullah bin Dinar. Quote, My father said, I heard Ibn Umar reciting the poetic verses of Abu Talib, and a white, in bracket, person, i.e. the Prophet, who is requested to pray from rain and who takes care of the orphans and is the guardian of widows. Now bear in mind that the brackets, whatever is in bracket, is the author that will be Sahih Bukhari's commentary. However, you notice that the word white, a white, is not in bracket. And I have dealt with the Arabic word white, which is abiyad. All you need to do is look at my video on my main channel and you will have a breakdown of this word. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 1, Book 8, number 367, narrated Abdul Aziz. Anas said, the Prophet passed through the lane of Khaybar quickly, and my knee was touching the thigh of the Prophet. He uncovered his thigh, and I saw the whiteness of the thigh of the Prophet. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 1, Book 8, number 385, narrated Abdullah bin Malik. When the Prophet prayed, he used to separate his arms from his body so widely that the whiteness of his armpits was visible. The same author, that will be, the same, narrated by the same author, that will be Abdullah bin Malik ibn Buhayna, this time Bukhari, Volume 1, Book 12, number 771. Whenever the Prophet used to offer prayer, he used to keep arms away so that the whiteness of his armpits was visible. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 4, Book 52, number 90, narrated Al-Bara. On the day of the battle of Al-Azhab, I saw the Prophet carrying earth, and the earth was covering the whiteness of his abdomen. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 9, Book 90, number 342, narrated Al-Bara bin Aziz. The Prophet was carrying earth with us on the day of the battle of Al-Azhab, and I saw that the dust was covering the whiteness of his abdomen. I just realized I was actually the same author as the previous hadith that I quoted. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 4, Book 56, number 767, narrated Abu Juhayfa. Bilal again went in and brought out a spear-headed stick, and then Allah's apostle came out, as if I were now looking at the whiteness of his leg. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 8, Book 75, number 392, narrated Abu Musa. The Prophet asked for some water and performed the ablution, and then raised his hand and said, O Allah, forgive Ubaid, Abi Amir. I saw the whiteness of his armpits. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 3, Book 47, number 769, narrated Abu Humayd al-Sa'idi. The Prophet then raised his hands till we saw the whiteness of his armpits. Same narration that would be Humayd al-Sa'idi, Abu Humayd al-Sa'idi. This time is Book 8, that's Volume 8, Book 78, number 631. Abu Humayd said, then Allah's apostle raised his hand so high that we saw the whiteness of his armpits. Same narrated by the same person, Volume 9, Book 86, number 108. Then the Prophet raised both his hands till the whiteness of his armpits became visible. Narrated by the same person, Volume 9, Book 89, number 286, narrated Abu Humayd al-Sa'idi. The Prophet then raised both his hands till we saw the whiteness of his armpits. Narrated by the same person, Volume 9, Book 89, number 305. Then the Prophet raised both his hands till I saw the whiteness of his armpits. Next, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 1, Book 3, number 63, narrated Anas bin Malik. While we were sitting with the Prophet in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down in the mosque, tied his foreleg, and then said, "Who amongst you is Muhammad?" At that time, the Prophet was sitting amongst us, leaning on his arm. We replied, "This white man reclining on his arm." That's it for today. My name is Shaka Ndugu Kemet. Our website is afrostudy.com/English. That's www.afrostyly.com/English. I don't argue, I state facts. If you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem.